Lola is a talented musician who divides her time between New York and London. Kelly Ripa's daughter, Lola Consuelos, recently stunned fans with her latest social media post, where the budding artist shared a striking selfie while wearing a light nightgown. The 24-year-old looked breathtaking in the image, taken from a high angle to highlight the delicate light pink garment. Seated on her bed, she tilted her head slightly to the side, her bright blue eyes and soft brunette hair forming a perfect contrast against the pale gown. Lola also posted a serene photo of horses grazing in a meadow to accompany the selfie, captioning the images simply, "Nightgown Horse." Lola, the only daughter of Kelly and her husband, Mark Consuelos, has always displayed an incredible sense of style. Her mother once told People that she wished she had Lola's confidence when it came to putting outfits together. "I think Lola has one of the most unique and completely her own senses of style," Kelly shared. "I'm always pleasantly surprised by the way she puts an outfit together. I remember being her age, hunting through vintage shops and making the best of what I found. I see her do the same thing all the time. She always looks sophisticated yet youthful, rock and roll, and all the things I wish I'd been brave enough to pull off at her age." Lola spends much of her time between New York and London, where her longtime boyfriend, Cassius Kidston, resides. She released her debut single, Paranoia Silver Lining, in 2022, and followed it up with The Watcher in 2024. Kelly has admitted that Lola often received special treatment compared to her brothers, Michael and Joaquin. "I'm going to tell you something right now, and don't tell our sons," Kelly joked on Live with Kelly and Mark. "If they had any idea how much more money we spent on Lola, the care and feeding of Lola compared to the boys, they'd be shocked. I used to tell Joaquin, 'Here, wear your brother's old outfit, roll up the sleeves, you'll be fine.' But Lola, the only girl, if I didn't give it to her, she went to Mark, and if he didn't, she'd go to one of the grandparents, and they'd always say yes. She's always known how to seal the deal." Despite her confidence, Lola once opened up on the Let's Talk Off-Camera with Kelly Ripa podcast about leaning on her parents during a difficult time. "When I went to university my first year, I wasn't happy at all. I was going through a rough patch, and honestly, the only people I felt I could talk to were my parents. Growing up, they always said, 'One day you'll wish you listened to us,' and now I totally get it. That's when I realized I didn't really want anyone's opinion but my parents."
Instagram post, a quiet, intimate selfie of 24-year-old Lola Consuelos in a pale pink nightgown, did what the best celebrity moments do. It sparked conversation, revealed a glimpse of a life lived partly in public, and reminded fans that even familiar faces continue to evolve in small, captivating ways. Shot from a high angle as Lola sat on her bed, the image blended the softness of a private setting with the precision of modern portraiture. Her bright blue eyes glanced slightly to the side, brunette hair falling loosely as the light framed her effortlessly. The second image, horses grazing in a sun-washed meadow, served as a poetic contrast, expanding the moment from private to pastoral. The caption, "Nightgown Horse," was minimalist yet evocative, perfectly fitting Lola's style, understated, surreal, and deeply aesthetic. Fans praised the post's simplicity and elegance, while fashion watchers admired the vintage feel of the gown. Kelly Ripa has often praised her daughter's bold fashion sense. "She's sophisticated, youthful, and rock and roll," Kelly said, admiring Lola's daring combinations and knack for finding vintage treasures. Lola's fashion sense isn't imitation, it's curation. She mixes eras and influences, blending vintage and modern with ease. Her nightgown selfie embodied that approach, simple, slightly nostalgic, and reminiscent of the effortless glamour that turns something private into a public statement. For Lola, fashion tells a story, one that runs parallel to her music. A nightgown suggests softness. A leather jacket in another post adds an edge. Each look becomes a reflection of her evolving identity as a musician and creative force moving between two global cities. New York and London define her dual artistic identity. New York's energy and drive meet London's introspective indie sensibility. Balancing both gives her perspective and pressure to keep growing as an artist. Her music, Paranoia Silver Lining 2022 and The Watcher 2024, marks her transition from celebrity offspring to independent musician. Through her songs, her visuals, and her public persona, Lola steadily builds her own name. In the end, her now famous nightgown selfie wasn't just a post, it was a statement. A moment of quiet self-expression that merged art, confidence, and identity in one perfectly composed frame.